The 1932 baseball season. Here is what happened. Prior to the season, the Brooklyn Robins changed their name back to the Brooklyn Dodgers, and it remains the Dodgers to this day. April 17th, New York Giants first baseman Bill Terry ties an NL record of 21 putouts in a 6-0 win over the Boston Braves. May 12th, Kerry Self, spelled S-E-L-P-H, not S-E-L-F, but yeah, he collects his 9th strikeout of the season. He struck out his 9th time of the year, and then he goes 89 games without striking out, setting a Major League Baseball record. That ends up standing until Nellie Fox of 1958. But we'll get to that in about 26 days, I think. 26 or 27. May 16th, New York Yankees records 4th shutout in a row when they beat Cleveland 4-0. Geez, shutting out teams left and right here. 4 in a row is a rare feat. May 6th, okay, we did that one. Okay. May 30th, the Yankees unveils a plaque dedicated to former manager Miller Huggins. The first of many, many plaques that the Yankees would unveil over the years, which includes later on Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, and later on Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle. Oh, I think he's dead now. Okay, but yeah, you know where we're going with that. June 3rd, Lou Gehrig hits 4 home runs, and Tony Lazzeri hits for the Cyclone a 20-13 win over the Athletics. The Yankees set a total bases record of 50. Yes, they collected 50 bases. And extra bases with 41, which I think still stands as a record for most extra bases. Also on June 2nd, on June 3rd, Giants manager John McGraw resigns due to failing health. I think he died a year or two later. Yeah, he had been the manager of the Giants since 1902. June 22nd, all NL club presidents approved the addition of numbers on their National League teams' uniforms. July 31st, Cleveland loses first game at Municipal Stadium to the Philadelphia Athletics 1-0. Yeah, they ended up moving to Municipal Stadium, which I think they played it until the end of the 1993 season, if I remember correctly. September 18th, St. Louis beats New York 2-1. It's the 11th time the Yankees are held to 1 run. Season stats. Dale Alexander of the Red Sox hit a .367 average in leading the American League. Jimmy Fox, Double X of the Athletics, hits 58 home runs, leading the majors. And he also led the league in RBIs with 169. In the National League, Lefty O'Doul of Brooklyn led the majors with a .368 average. Home runs, Chuck Klein of Philadelphia and Mel Ott of the Giants each had 38 home runs. And Don Hurst of the Phillies had 143 runs batted in to lead the National League. Pitching, Alvin Crowder of Washington led the majors with 26 wins. Lefty Grove of the Athletics led the American League with a .284 ERA. And Red Ruffing of the Yankees led the American League with 190 strikeouts. National League, Lon Wanacke of the Chicago Cubs led the National League with 22 wins and led the majors with a 2.37 ERA. And Dizzy Dean of the Cardinals led the majors with 191 strikeouts. Standings. In the American League, the New York Yankees assert their dominance again with 107 wins and 47 losses. Philadelphia Athletics 94 and 60, 13 back. Washington 93 and 61, 14 back. Cleveland 87 and 65, 19 back. Detroit 76 and 75, 29 and a half back. St. Louis, the Browns 63 and 91, 44 back. White Sox 49 wins, 102 losses, 56 and a half back. And the Boston Red Sox 43 wins, 111 losses, 64 back. Oof. Talk about god-awful. Yeah, that was god-awful. National League. Chicago Cubs finished first in the National League with 90 wins and 64 losses. One of the rare times that happens. The Pirates go 86 and 68, 4 back. Brooklyn Dodgers 81 and 73, 9 back. Phillies 78 and 76, 12 back. Boston Braves 77 and 77, 13 back. Giants and the Cardinals go 72 and 82, 18 back. And Pearl Cincinnati 60 wins and 94 losses, 30 back. Now we go to the World Series. And between the Yankees and the Cubs. Yankees home games were at Yankee Stadium. Cubs home games were at Wrigley Field. And there was a bit of trash talking. There's like more. The term then was bench jockeying. They just both sides found ways to just trash talk each other. Anyways, we start with Game 1 on September 28th in New York. Yankees win 12-6. Game 2, September 29th in New York. Yankees win 5-2. They go up 2-0. Game 3, October 1st in Chicago. Yankees win 7-5. And Game 4 on October 2nd. Yankees complete the sweep in Chicago, beating the Cubs 13-6. Game 3 was the game in which Babe Ruth allegedly called his shot in the 5th inning. Whether he was pointing towards center field or towards where the Chicago dugout is down the third baseline. Hotly debated discussions that still go on whether he actually did point to center field or towards the dugout. Like all sorts of different accounts of different stories of where he actually pointed. And to this day, it's still a mystery. And there's been video of it supposedly, and there's been some pictures of it of where he was pointing. The only one I've seen on Ken Burns' baseball series is he was pointing towards. Actually, he was pointing towards the left field, where the Cubs dugout is not right field. It was left field. Yeah, so where he actually pointed, who knows? And he was seeing, Ruth even got wind of stories in the newspapers. He's like, somebody asked him, well, did you call your shot? He's like, Ruth was like, yeah, it's in the papers, isn't it? Interesting. So that's 1932 in a nutshell. tomorrow, 1933. Until then, stay tuned.